Listen closely, my friends. Have you ever caught yourself just going through the motions? You wake up, you check your phone, you rush to work, you stare at a screen, you rush home, you watch a few shows, you go to sleep, and then you do it all over again. We spend so much of our lives waiting. We wait for the weekend. We wait for our next vacation. We wait for a promotion. We wait for the kids to grow up. We wait for retirement. We are constantly treating the present moment like it's just a waiting room for some future moment when we will finally be happy. But here is the brutal, painful truth. If you don't know how to enjoy your life right now, in the messy, boring, ordinary present, you won't know how to enjoy it when you finally get everything you want. The destination doesn't magically fix a broken mindset. You might be feeling a little numb lately, a little burnt out, a little disconnected. You have a roof over your head, food on the table, and people who care about you, but you just don't feel the joy you know you should be feeling. I want to tell you something that might change your life. You do not need a massive life overhaul to feel alive again. You do not need to quit your job, move to a tropical island, or win the lottery. The ancient Stoics knew a secret that modern society has completely forgotten. They knew that joy isn't a giant lightning bolt event that happens to you. Joy is a byproduct of how you pay attention to the small, ordinary moments of your day. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world at his time, didn't find happiness by conquering new lands. He found it by looking closely at the life he already had. He wrote about the beauty of a simple meal, the warmth of a fire, and the privilege of waking up in the morning. Today, I am going to share with you 7 incredibly small, simple Stoic habits that will completely rewire your brain. These aren't complicated philosophical theories. These are tiny daily shifts that will pull you out of autopilot, wash away the numbness, and help you genuinely enjoy your life again. Let's dive in. Habit number 1. Start the day with a thank you instead of a to-do. For most of us, the first thing we do when we open our eyes is reach for our phones. We immediately flood our brains with emails, news, social media, and a massive mental to-do list. Before our feet even hit the floor, we are already stressed, already behind, already worrying about the future. The Stoics did the exact opposite. Marcus Aurelius started his mornings with deep gratitude. He literally wrote to himself, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." He didn't start his day by thinking about the burdens of the Roman Empire. He started by thanking the universe for the simple fact that he was breathing. How to do it. Tomorrow morning, before you look at your phone, before you think about your chores, sit up in bed and take 3 deep breaths. Then, silently name 3 incredibly small, specific things you are grateful for. Not big things like my health or my family. Small things. The warmth of your blanket, the smell of the coffee brewing, the sound of the birds outside. The fact that your lungs are pulling in air without you even asking them to. This tiny 60-second habit shifts your brain from deficit mode. What do I have to do? To abundance mode. Look at what I already have. It sets a baseline of appreciation for the rest of the day. Habit number 2. Do one thing at a time, and do it like it matters. We live in the age of multitasking. We eat while watching TV. We walk while texting. We listen to a podcast while working out. We are physically in one place, but mentally, we are in 5 different places. And because our attention is fractured, we never actually experience the moment we are in. We just blur through life. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught the power of confining yourself to the present. He believed that true peace comes from giving your complete, undivided attention to the task right in front of you. When you do everything at once, you enjoy nothing. When you do one thing at a time, even a boring chore becomes a moment of peace. How to do it? Pick one mundane, everyday activity and turn it into a mindfulness ritual. It could be drinking your morning coffee, washing the dishes, or taking a shower. When you do this activity, do only that activity. Put the phone in another room, turn off the TV. If you are drinking coffee, just drink coffee. Feel the warmth of the mug in your hands. Smell the aroma. Taste the bitterness and the sweetness. Feel the liquid going down your throat. By giving a boring task 100% of your attention, you suddenly realize how rich and detailed the present moment actually is. You stop rushing through your life and start actually living it. Habit number 3. Take a 5-minute less is more reset. Human beings are wired with a psychological flaw called the hedonic treadmill. It means that no matter how good things get, we quickly get used to it, and we go back to our baseline level of happiness. You get a new car, and for a month, you love it. After a month, it's just your car. You get a raise, and for a few weeks, you feel rich. Then it's just your normal salary. We stop enjoying our lives because we take our blessings for granted. We forget how lucky we are. The Stoics had a brilliant hack for this. Seneca and other Stoics practiced something called negative visualization. They would intentionally pause and imagine losing the things they loved. How to do it? Once a day, take just 5 minutes to sit quietly and imagine that you have lost something you currently take for granted. Imagine that your house was gone. Imagine that your partner left you. Imagine that you lost your job, or your health, or your ability to see and hear. Really feel the weight of that loss. Feel the sadness of it. Then, open your eyes. Look around your room. Look at the people you love. Take a deep breath. The relief and gratitude you will feel in that exact moment will be overwhelming. You will look at your ordinary, everyday life and think, wow, I still have it. I still have my house. I still have my job. I still have my health. This 5-minute reset shatters the hedonic treadmill. It forces your brain to see your normal life as a miracle rather than a baseline. Habit number 4. Drop the what-ifs and focus on the what is. Anxiety is the ultimate joy killer. And anxiety almost always lives in the future. We ruin our perfectly good present moments by worrying about things that haven't happened yet and might never happen. What if I lose my job? What if I get sick? What if they don't like me? What if the economy crashes? We carry around a massive invisible backpack filled with rocks. Each rock is a what if. And we wonder why we are too exhausted to enjoy the scenery. The core of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. Epictetus said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." How to do it? You catch your brain spiraling into a what-if scenario. Stop and ask yourself one question. Is this entirely up to me? If the answer is no, if it's about the economy, the weather, the past, or what other people think, visualize yourself physically taking that heavy rock out of your backpack and dropping it on the ground. Say out loud, "This is not up to me. I am dropping it." Then immediately ask yourself, what is up to me right now? Maybe it's just taking a deep breath. Maybe it's doing the next small task on your list. Maybe it's just being kind to the person in front of you. When you ruthlessly cut out the what-ifs that you can't control, you free up a massive amount of mental energy. You stop living in a scary, imaginary future, and you come back to the safe, manageable present. And is where lives there. Habit number 5. Ask yourself 2 simple questions. Before bed, most of us go to sleep with our brains still buzzing. We replay embarrassing moments from 5 years ago. We worry about tomorrow. We go to bed tense, and we wake up tense. We never actually process our day, so we never learn from it, and we never let it go. The Stoics believed in the daily review. Seneca would wait until his wife had fallen asleep, and then he would review his entire day in his mind. He would look at his actions, his words, and his thoughts, without judgment, just to see where he succeeded and where he failed. How to do it? Right before you go to sleep, turn off the lights, close your eyes, and ask yourself just 2 simple questions. Question 1. What is one thing I did well today? It doesn't have to be a massive achievement. Maybe you were patient with a rude cashier. Maybe you drank enough water. Maybe you just got out of bed when you were feeling depressed. Acknowledge it. Give yourself credit. Question 2. What is one thing I could do better tomorrow? Again, no self-hatred, just a calm, objective observation. I lost my temper in traffic today. Tomorrow, I will take a deep breath when the light turns red. This simple 2-minute habit does two things. First, it trains your brain to look for the good in your day, which boosts your overall happiness. Second, it allows you to mentally close the book on the day. You process it, you learn from it, and you let it go. You can finally sleep in peace. Habit number 6. Say good when things go wrong. We hate it when our plans get ruined. We get stuck in traffic and we fume. We spill coffee on our shirt and we ruin our morning. The flight gets delayed and we are miserable. We think that for life to be enjoyable, everything has to go exactly according to our plan. But life is chaotic. Things will always go wrong. If your joy depends on everything going perfectly, you will be miserable 90% of the time. The Stoics had a radical concept called amor fati, which means love of fate. They didn't just accept that bad things happen, they actively embraced them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is a mental game that will completely change your mood. The next time something minor goes wrong, your internet goes out, you hit a red light, it starts raining when you wanted to go for a walk, force yourself to say the word, good. Then find the hidden benefit. The internet went out? Good. Now I have an excuse to put my phone away and read a book or talk to my family. Hit a red light. Good. I get an extra 60 seconds to listen to my favorite song and just breathe. It's raining. Good. The plants need water, and I can cozy up inside with a warm drink. You are not pretending the inconvenience is fun. You are simply training your brain to stop being a victim of circumstance and start being a master of perspective. When you stop fighting reality, you instantly reclaim your peace. Habit number 7. Look at the sky and remember your time is short. This is the most profound habit of all, and it is the ultimate cure for taking life for granted. We walk around every day acting like we have infinite time. We hold grudges for years. We put off our dreams for someday. We waste hours arguing with strangers on the internet. We act like we are going to live forever. The Stoics practiced memento mori. Remember that you must die. This wasn't meant to be a dark, depressing thought. It was meant to be the most vibrant, life-affirming thought in the world. Seneca wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day. Once a day, step outside and look at the sky. Look at the clouds, or the stars, or the vastness of the universe. Take a moment to realize how incredibly small you are, and how brief your time on this planet actually is. Think to yourself, I am not guaranteed tomorrow. This day right now is a gift. I might not get to do this again." When you truly internalize that your time is short, the petty things in life stop bothering you. The awkward conversation you had 3 years ago doesn't matter. The fact that your house isn't perfectly clean doesn't matter. What matters is the person sitting across from you. What matters is the taste of your food. What matters is the feeling of the sun on your skin. Memento mori strips away the trivial nonsense and leaves you with only what is truly beautiful and important. It makes you hungry for life. It makes you want to squeeze every single drop of joy out of the present moment. If this video gave you a new perspective on how to live, do me a favor. Share it with someone who has been feeling burnt out, numb, or stuck on autopilot. Let them know that there is a way back to joy, and it's simpler than they think. And if you want to continue building a resilient, peaceful, and joyful mind, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are building a community of people who are choosing wisdom, presence, and peace every single week. Until next time, my friends, pay attention to the small things, guard your peace, and enjoy the beautiful, ordinary magic of being alive today.